Yo, what's up? It's Caleon Fox. I'm here with Thizzler. Subscribe below. Caleon Fox is a musician, a director. But yeah, I do all the storyboarding of my own videos, all the editing, directing. I do the writing and the arrangements for my videos and whatnot, because people think, like they look at me and they're like, oh, it's funny, bruh. But it's like, nah, I'm a real ass artist ass nigga, bruh. That's who Caleon Fox is. Grew up in Oakland, east, like off 98th, like my entire life. I was actually born in New York, but my family moved out here when I wasn't even 1 yet. So, I mean, I was raised in East Oakland. Yeah. I think it's just based off like my character. Like, I don't know, like I'm always in the house and like just kind of working on my craft, et cetera, and like, you know, like people outside of like the Bay assume that people from Oakland have to be like this certain type of way. Like I used to work at Apple. And I've literally had a customer walk, like I was helping a customer and he literally, like we're talking about like gentrification, et cetera, and I remember him saying like, yeah, like people from Oakland are, you know, they're ghetto. Like he used the word ghetto and like all these just like super disrespectful ass words. And I'm like, well, I'm from Oakland. And he was like, oh, really? Oh, I thought you were like from LA. And I was like, why? And he's like, because based off of like how you present yourself and how you talk. And I'm just like, what does that even mean, bro? Like, what is like an Oakland person supposed to sound like, you know? So I don't know, bro. I don't really know what the standard is, but I'm from Oakland. I mean, no. Like niggas have told me like, bro, you should do stand up. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, I remember when I was younger, I wanted to be funny so badly, like really badly. And now I just be talking. Like but I'm not good at like coming up with like a joke to try to make people laugh. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I was just like, I can never do stand up or like, I wouldn't even consider myself a comedian. Like I'm humorous and I'm goofy, but like a comedian, nah. Oh, totally. Like, I mean, you know, I was initially exposed to the internet as a funny nigga, you know, the Now I'm Mad video, and then like the One Night video, like those are like big points of like my career that, you know, Caleon Fox was introduced to the masses. And I feel like people were just like, oh, okay. Like they look at my Instagram and they think like, oh, it's just funny, bro. But I've recently been in the process of like just kind of rebranding myself and like, I wouldn't even say, because people look at it as like me taking it seriously, because I've always taken this shit seriously, like all the time, like from the beginning. It was just like really letting people know, and like, because before I was doing it like subliminally, but like now it's just like, hey, yeah, no, I do direct my videos, I do edit them, and I do actually make music, and it's like real music. It's not just humorous or meme-y music, you know? So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, but it's going along well. It's actually the first time I've ever used that word in my life. But I didn't know any other way to describe it, but like, yeah, meme. We're just gonna stick with meme for right now. Meme. Now it's kind of weird to say out loud, but fuck it, meme. That's what we stick it with right now. No, we don't, bruh. Oh my God, why do people be saying that? No, we don't. That nigga light skin as fuck. Shout out to Way to Wait. But nah, that's my boy. I've actually met him when, I think like, he was in high school still, and I just graduated high school. And like we even went to different high schools. Like he went to Hayward High and I went to Castro Valley High. And we met through, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but we met through jerking. Yeah, I was heavily involved in the jerk movement back in 2009. Sleepy knows, he was in my group. It was like 40 of us. We were 40 deep, bro, in a fucking jerk and dance group. And we was running shit. And we were fucking raw. Nobody was seeing us. That was a good time, but it's in the past now. It was called Level Link. Level Link. That was the name of the group. Shout out, or RIP Level Link. It was funny. That time was hella funny. There was a whole like beef and all that. Like it was crazy. But we were the trolls of the jerking movement. Like we didn't give a fuck. Like we just knew we were good at what we did, and like niggas didn't like that. And so we just kind of like, we were fucked up. We were fucked up kids. I'm not gonna lie, but it was fun. Yeah, bruh. If you like, I mean, I took down like a majority of the videos. I took down all of them if I could, but I don't remember the passwords to the YouTube. But yeah, nah, there was like, we had a fair share like of jerking groups out here. We weren't like, I don't know. We were pretty well known like in LA mainly and like outside of the Bay. But nah, we were out here 40 deep, 50 deep. It was crazy. I'm sorry, I'm having like nostalgia right now. And I'm just like, damn, that was a moment in my life. I was jerking, like at Bayfair. The fuck? Like some fucking losers. But yeah, I was a jerker. Tumblr was like big for me. Like Tumblr was one of the reasons why like my videos even got big. Because I was posting on there first, actually, and then I just randomly posted it on Twitter too. But and then people started requesting that like I posted them on YouTube and like Instagram and like Twitter and all of that. And yeah, Tumblr was another huge like part of why like my videos did well. Thank you, Tumblr. It sucks that they're like in the shithole right now though, because of like I know like a lot of the posts were getting like removed because of explicit content or whatever. Tumblr's not the same anymore. Well, I mean, apparently, like I said, like I was watching old videos of me when I was like 9 and 8, and I didn't even realize like I was doing like the dancing and the rapping at the time. But from my knowledge and from what I remember, I was 12, and because I was like in the like around middle school time, and my younger brother and my cousin and I were like making videos, but I was always like directing them. Like I'd put them in like these goofy ass outfits and be like, all right, you know, you're gonna run at this time and at this cue, you know, you're gonna run this way, and then I'm gonna come in at this time, et cetera, et cetera. And it's funny because there's one video that's on YouTube, and I will never, ever, ever say where it is because it's completely embarrassing. But there's one video on YouTube of one of our first videos, and yeah, I was like along the lines of like what I would do in a skit, and it's crazy. Like I think, oh, what really inspired me to actually start though was my uncle, because I have an uncle that does graphic design and DJing, music production, etc. And we didn't see him too often because he moved around a lot because he worked with Adidas, and like, you know, he also had like his own gigs like with the DJing stuff. But when we would go visit him, we'd stay with him for like the week, and like he would just be producing and DJing, and like it was just so cool to see him do that. And like I would see like his camera equipment, and I would just be at awe. And like I said, I don't even remember when exactly or why I picked up the camera like at that time, but I know like subconsciously it was because of him. And yeah, I would like always write like, you know, little bars and stuff. They were hella goofy and probably Cat in the Hat type bars, but I never put anything out because I hated my voice for the longest. I hated my voice. It was so squeaky. But yeah, 12 years old. That was like, do the math, 26 minus 12, what's that? Like 15 years or something? I don't know the time. 14 years ago, bro. That's when this all happened, man. We had a dog. She She was a Rottweiler. Her name was Nina. And it would like, she got really close, like with the family. Like, I was living with my mom, my brother, by the way. So my mom, it's me and my mom, my brother, and Nina, living in this house, Cassia Valley. And it's funny because like my dad got her, and my mom didn't even want her at first. Like she was just like, nah, I don't want the dog. But her and you know, Nina ended up getting really close. And she ended up, she ended up getting cancer. And it was like rough because like we took her to the doctor, and like, you know, she got surgery and she had like the cone on her head, but like she was always trying to like gnaw at the stitches. And so we'd have to like stay up hella late to like make sure that she wasn't like gnawing at the stitches and like, you know, bleeding out and shit. And so like, yeah, we went through that summer trying to take care of her. Well, my mom mainly did, actually. My brother and I ended up going to Florida to visit family at the time, so we weren't that present. But yeah, we got through that summer, and then you know, the year goes by, and then the cancer came back. And so my mom ended up having to put her down. And I remember it was like a really hard time, but you know, I was young, so I wasn't like I was sad, but it didn't really hit me like the way that it hit my mom. Cause you know, obviously she's like an adult, and like she was really close to her and all that. And while she was around though, like I had a lot of photos and like videos of Nina that I would take like on a little point shoot that I found in the garage. And so I just remember like, and this is during the time I was like making my little skits and stuff too. And so like I was fairly familiar with, I was editing on Windows Movie Maker, by the way, which is like the most ratchet, goofiest editing program you could ever edit on. But yeah, so I ended up putting together like a montage like of all the videos and all the photos of Nina, and like put this cute little song together. And then I like presented it to my mom. And then I remember like showing my mom, and she ended up like just bursting out crying, and it was just like, oh my God, this is just so beautiful, yada, da, 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 thank you. And like I said, I'm a kid, so at the time I didn't even really realize like what I did or like what the impact had on her yet. But I remember just thinking like, damn, like this is how she feels about like this little video and like all, you know, the little photo thing. And it was just cool, like just seeing that impact from her, you know. And like I said, I just think this is all subconscious. Like I remember just thinking like, damn, it'd be cool to like, just like make this impact, like give that impact to like other people, you know? And like with my videos and, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing. And that is what made me decide like, all right, like let me keep doing this little video editing thing, because if I can make my mom feel like that, like, you know, happy and like better, it's cool. It's cool to see like what I'm capable of doing with my creativity. So that is what made me really start editing and doing the video stuff.